All right. We're back again, by the way. You got pushed around. There is no other words that I can use to describe what we witnessed tonight. You got pushed TF around. The excuses, I am through with it with Beamer. I have heard this over and over and over and over again, guys. I am sick of it and I'm tired of it. Sick of it, guys. And you should be too as a fan base. You put money into this program. You pay to go watch the games. You pay to go deal with this. You do. It's a joke, man. It is an absolute joke of what you put on this field. But nonetheless, guys, we're taking calls 843-350-2534 on our Frost Buddy call-in line. We are proud to announce our new friends over at Frost Buddy that is going to be working with us. We are extremely, extremely excited to be partnered up with this program. If you want to take advantage of a Frost Buddy Cup, and if you want to get it, we know the holiday season is coming up. We know that there's a lot of moms and fathers that are wanting to get their hands on a nice mug. So go on over and use the link that I just posted in the description and use that link to get you a Frost Buddy mug. Aiden Fuller already saying Beamer already looking at homes in Blacksburg. Yeah. But I thought James Franklin was going to be the new head coach at VT. But apparently there's urgency to finalize the hiring of him, according to some reports. But again, I don't know this. I'm not inside that building. But nonetheless, guys, we are live. This is the South Carolina Live call-in show and the post-game show. We're continuing our analysis from earlier today. I did delete the video because there's so much more that we have to discuss going forward. Every live show brought to you by our good friends at God Lord, Underdog Fantasy. Going over to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the Underdog Fantasy app and use our promo code VOCFBSC. And when you play your first $5 lineup, you will get $50 instantly in free bets. That's VOCFBSC to get your chance at $50 instantly in bonus bets. Let's go ahead and let's go over the play-by-play. Guys, I need you all to do me a favor like we do every week. Y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Twitter, y'all make sure y'all hit the repost button, hit the like button. Make sure you share to 5 Gamecock friends that are around you. Let's get into this football game. You would start the football game off on defense. Ole Miss got the football, and I thought for the most part, you didn't do bad. Defensively, I thought you played a pretty good game. I really did. We have a call-in line right now. We got a caller, I should say. Let's take his call. You're on the phone with Lucas Hill. This is the South Carolina Live post-game show. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hey, it's John. It's John.
What's up, John? What'd you think of the game?
What the hell was that?
You're telling me.
I had it on my TV, and because I had to, I was able to sign up for playing this week, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it anyway. So
speaking of which, John, J.E., before I can let you speak, hey, screw freaking ESPN and Disney for screwing the eyes out of all the people on YouTube TV. Good Lord. Go ahead, J.E.
Yeah, hopefully, just, I'm just holding on to, before I get in the game real quick, it's just, these things always get resolved. It's just, this was totally, the timing was awful. It's whatever. But, yeah, so, well, yeah, what the hell was that? I mean, it's just, I had it on, and, I've been watching other things. It was just, awful, and I don't care what people say. I don't care certain other Gamecock YouTube shows say, "Oh, you can't criticize amateur athletes anymore," when they're not amateur athletes anymore. But seriously, what the hell was that? I mean, Lenore's played like crap. I know that there's many other issues tonight, but Lenore's played like crap. I mean, he really did. How many sacks did they have tonight when they rushed 2 guys?
They had 6.
How many? Because I lost track. With 2 guys, they had like at least 3 or 4 with 2 guys.
I know Uman Malin had a couple. Suntrain Perkins had a sack and a half. Cam Franklin had a sack. Will Eccles had a sack. Princewell Uman Malin had a sack. I guess that's how you say his name. TJ Daughtery, Jamarius Brown, and then Deshaun Womack had a sack.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Look, we got other issues, but this was maybe 80-85% on the North Sellers. I mean, I don't care what people say. What? They're not going to do it, Lucas. They're not going to do it. But at this point, what the heck do you have to lose? Try somebody else. They're not going to, but what else do you got to lose at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I was texting another friend of mine during the game, and he kept pointing out, he was like, Lenoir has no confidence. It's none. Nothing. He's got none right now. And at the beginning of the season, I would be like, okay, this is on the offensive line. But as the season has gone on, he is holding on to the ball way too long and trying to play like hero ball. Like you said a couple weeks ago, that's what he's trying to do. And at some point, you just have to throw the ball away. And he's not.
J.E., this has been going on, him playing hero ball, since Missouri. At some point, you have got to look at this roster and say, you're not good enough right now with what you have around you to play hero ball. And I see media personnel that says, Sellers takes 2 sacks on that drive. We'll never believe that he hasn't been told to not be himself. I mean, that's part of the reason. But, dude, you have got to move with the pocket. You have got to quit getting happy feet in there.
Mm-hmm. Everything's right. Yeah, everything you said is just we're running out of reasons to, we're running out of things to say at this point. It's just, and I texted the same friend earlier when the game was pretty much over. I said, you got a bye week coming up. A bye week ain't gonna help you against your next opponent. And I don't care what people say. It ain't gonna help you against Texas A&M.
Not with what Marcel Reed did last week.
When you've got, where am I going with this? You lose to Texas A&M, there's your season. I mean, pretty much at this point right now. But as far as getting to a bowl game, I guess I didn't even watch the press conference. And when it's an away game, they don't even stream it. But I saw a quote from somebody that was at the post-game press conference, and Shane's like, "What's wrong to get the bowl game?" I'm like, "Yeah, that ain't happening." No. At this point, just beat your in-state rival and get something out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
With the way we're playing and the way we're playing, did you happen to see any of the snippets of their game today?
The snippets of Clemson, all I saw was Dabo going off on defense.
When they hired that defensive coordinator for Penn State, I was like, oh my gosh, Tom Allen was it Tom Allen? I think.
It was Tom Allen.
Tom Allen from great defense at Penn State. Like, oh my gosh, he's going to Clemson, and they've been bad. So it's just like they've got Florida State. Florida State might go in there, and I know Florida State played Wake Forest, but still, Florida State might go there. And I kept telling people coming into this game, I'm like, hey, this ain't no pushover Duke team going to Clemson. I mean, if SMU can go to Duke, Clemson and win, then Duke can go to Clemson and win.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
Florida State's not. I'm not saying Florida State's Duke or SMU, but still, it's not like if like I said, Duke and SMU can go there and win. I think Florida State might go in there and not kill Clemson, but they might go in there and win the game.
Right. You had opportunities,
anyway,
man.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to call in real quick, and it's been a little bit, but I mean, at this point, you've run out of things to say.
J.E., always appreciate you hopping on the show, man. J.E. has been a long-time listener, so, man, always appreciate your phone calls, man, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
843-350-2534, 843-350-2534. Jeff Gullidge says 16 total offensive touchdowns in 9 games. As averaging just under 2 touchdowns a game. After 9 games, we are still the only team in the FBS not to have over 350 yards offensively. Unacceptable. SHULA has to relieved of his duties as OC tomorrow, if not tonight. Yes. 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 You are all not wrong. You're all correct in this. Guys, I try to reason with why you're not firing Mike SHULA right now. Guys, you don't have a choice. At this point in the season, you're going into a bye. You're going into a situation where, honestly, you're playing your worst football at the moment right now. And to be honest, man, you've got to make these changes. You have got to make them as quick as possible. And to be honest with you, I don't know if you do it in 2 weeks when you play A&M, but when you go play Coastal Carolina, I think if this offensive staff has to consider, do we make a change at quarterback? And that seems drastic. That seems, oh my gosh, what are we doing? Guys, he's in 16 isn't playing his best football right now. He made bad throws. He made really bad mistakes throughout this football game. And I got criticized for saying that Lenoris didn't play great and that he wasn't good. Well, looks like I was right. I mean, and part of that is because of your offensive coordinator. But guys, to be honest with you, elite quarterbacks know how to adjust. Lenoris panicked. He has played like a scared quarterback over the last several weeks of the season. I haven't seen him drop his freaking nuts and play football. Most of the season, I haven't. So whether you like this opinion or not, this is something that I think a lot of people need to hear. It's just my opinion, guys. But let's get into the play-by-play. No more wasting time. Ole Miss starts the game off. Trinidad Shameless would throw to Keywan Lacey and get blown up and go nowhere. Stopped by Brian Thomas and J.R. Johnson, going nowhere. Trinidad Shameless on 2nd and 10 would have a incompletion trying to get it to Deshaun Stribling. You'd have another incompletion trying to get it out to Caden Lee. 3rd and 3 or 4th and 10. Dude, you got to be kidding me on this one. You have got to be kidding me, by the way. Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, you lost the game because you shot yourself so many times in the foot. You'd run a fake punt because you don't know how to contain. And you get washed because you're playing inside and playing punt safe. And you give them a free chance at getting a first down. But it would not hurt you because right after that, you'd have a completion to Keywan Lacey never mind. You'd have a Keywan Lacey run for 16. Trinidad Chain was trying to go to Watkins near the 22-yard line. You'd have a run for 4. Trinidad Chambliss would go up the middle for 1. You're kind of in that no man's territory near on 4th and 5. You get a stop defensively. You have a PBU by Jalen Kilgore. Guys, Jalen Kilgore has been one of your bright spots for this roster. What do you do offensively after getting a big turnover on downs? You go 3 and out. You have an incompletion over the middle. A little deep, trying to go to Nick Harbor. You would have a dump out to Matt Fuller that goes for 6. Or a screen, I should say, I think. Yeah, that you have a screen, you have a dump out or a screen that goes for 6. Incompletion of Brady Hunt, and you got to punt the football. But they fumble the football. Harrison Wallace can't hang on to it, and Mo Brown falls on top of it, and you're gifted with a short field. 4 plays later, Lenoris would run for 8. Lenoris would have a completion to Roswell Faison, first down. Roswell Faison run for 2. Lenoris Sellers. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You got to be kidding me. You're telling me it's full. Oh my God, he's a 6'4", 240-pound quarterback. You know what you finally did? You ran him in the red zone. You got to be kidding me. You finally fucking did it, or freaking did it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My bad for the F word that was used. I am very sorry. But you finally freaking did it. You finally got the red zone score that you needed. You're not anemic anymore for what it looked like initially. You go up 7-0. All right. Ole Miss comes back. Justin Okonoro would shut down Keywan Lacey. Going up the middle. Bam. Loss of 1. Or, well, before that, it was a Keywan Lacey run for 7. He'd get blown up by Justin Okonowo. He'd run for 3. And on 4th and 1. Oh, man. Your containment was horrible in this game. I mean, just straight up horrible. By the way, you had Logan Dick. Your special teams was bad before this because you gave up a 42-yarder and gave them very good field position. Alexander would run for 21 and get a first down and get close to the red zone. Trinidad Chambliss would run right for 2 yards. Alexander would have a 9-yard completion. Trinidad Chambliss to Deshaun Stribling. Now you're at the 1-yard line. Keywan Lacey would get it blown up in the backfield for a loss of 1 by Gabe Brownlow-Dindy, but there's an illegal formation, and you're backed up at the 6-yard line. You'd have a 2-yard run by Keywan Lacey. Incompletion trying to get to Bruckler with Bakari Swain that makes a big play. Damon Clowney's been utilized a lot more in pass rush because of how little depth that you have right now off of the edge. Ole Miss would have to call a timeout. You throw to Daquan Wright that gets broken up by Brandon Cisse, and you force a field goal. So you win it. It's a bend but don't break attitude that South Carolina had. Big one. Palmer Boys Movie Commentaries 3672 says, everyone wants to keep Beamer, then he needs to fire the whole offensive staff. What? Well, yeah, we've been saying that he needs to fire the offensive staff for a while. I'm okay. Anyways. You force a field goal. Lenore Sellers would throw to Jordan Dingle for 20 yards. What did we talk about this week? We talked about getting your tight ends more involved. And I talked with, if you listen to the video with myself and Chris Marler of Locked On Gamecocks earlier last week, we talked about how you needed to get your tight ends involved in the football game. more than just the first drive. And I thought you did for the most part. You got Jordan Dingle involved. You would have a completion to Matt Fuller that goes for 5. You try to take a shot down the field to Dre Jacobs, who's covered pretty good. By the way, let me just say this. Guys, what a horrible throw on that one. Guys, Dre Jacobs is all by himself on the corner. That's a touchdown if he's catching that and taking it into the house. You got to be kidding me. Oscar Attaway would run up the middle for 4. Guess what you call on 4th and short? Matt Fuller gets blown up in the backfield. That's why you need to fire Mike SHULA. 3rd and 4th and short is your freaking Achilles heel. Oh my God, dude. This is so aggravating. They take it. They have a deep shot to Alexander, who had your damn number. Deuce Alexander was all over the field tonight, and he only carried the football 3 times. 2 receptions for 52 and a carry for 21. He had your number. But they beat you on the ground. Points off of turnovers, man. Points off of turnovers. Run by Rosal Faison for 2. Tackle by Sage Ryan. Jordan Dingle caught for 5 yards. He's pushed out of bounds. Run for 3 from Lenoris, gets a first down. That's the end of the quarter. Lenoris would throw to Brian Rowe for a first down. For 9. Now you're starting to move the football down the field. You would have a 6-yard run from Rosal Faison. You'd have an incomplete shot from Dre Jacobs. Rosal Faison would run it, or actually not this past drive, but I think 2 drives that you had balls that were, or you had receivers that were springing open, and Lenoris just throws a duck. That's the bottom line. Bad balls. Really, really bad. Pitiful. You'd have a Rosal Faison run for 1 off of the second down. 3rd and 9 at the Ole Miss 49, and Princewell Uman-Malin would shut down Lenoris Stellars for a loss of 9, and you got to punt the football. You know what they do? They take time off the clock and they burn you in the run game. You know, what we talked about throughout this week was that they were going to key in with a guy like Kewan Lacey. The fact that hardly anybody, I haven't heard any real national media around the SEC that has talked about Kewan Lacey seriously. Well, he sure as hell should have put the whole world on notice after what he did today. Having a cheese stick. Kewan Lacey would run for 7. Kewan Lacey would run for 6. Kewan Lacey run for 6. Kewan Lacey with a 29-yard run, first down at the 41. Trinidad Chambliss, quarterback draw, run for 4. Trinidad Chambliss, run for 2. Logan Diggs, run for 1. 4th and 3. You bite, and you'd have a short completion off on the crosser to Harrison Wallace, and he gets a first down. Kewan Lacey, run for 1. Trinidad Chambliss, you lose contain, and then you bam, and then you bite off of it, and Trinidad Chambliss gets into the end zone. Matt Fuller would run for 1. Lenoris would try to take a shot to Nick Harbor, but there's a hurry on Jared Yates, and there's a pass interference. You'd have a short completion to Mazio Bennett for 4. You'd have a Matt Fuller run for 8. Lenore Sellers would throw to Dre Jacobs. That's overthrown. A 1, you get blown up in the backfield by Daughtery and Franklin. Lenore Sellers would have a short throw to Roswell Faison for 7. You would have a delay of game. So, way to waste the possession. Again. Trinidad Chambliss would have a short more pass complete to Keywan Lacey for 9. You'd have a rush for 5. You would have a run for 7. 2-minute timeout. Keywan Lacey would have a run for 6. Trinidad Chambliss would try to take a shot down the field, but Jalen Kilgore makes a hell of a play, and he gets an interception. Playing center field, man. But what does South Carolina do? Absolutely nothing. It's like the song, War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Roswell Faison would run for 3. You'd have another Roswell Faison over the middle throw for 1. And on 3rd and 1, instead of a 240-pound quarterback draw, we're going to stay in the pocket, and we're going to throw to Brian Rowe, but it's incomplete, and there's a holding call, but it's declined. 3 and out. Keywan Lacey would have 15 yards on both of those plays. So now you go into the half, but you get the football to start the second half. So it's an opportunity for you to at least try to get some momentum. At least try. You'd have a run for 3. Lenoris would run for 4. You'd have a false start on Tree Babalade. Guys, the pre-snap penalties are disgusting. Lenore Sellers would take a chance, would throw to Brian Rowe. And he get a big 20-yard play. But doesn't matter because Jordan Dangles called for an ineligible receiver on downfield. But you get lucky because Lenoris would have a deep shot to Gushkine. It's intercepted, but there's a pass interference on Fletcher. So you're gifted a first down. Lenoris would run for 4. Roswell Faison get gifted again. Gets a 12-yard gain. He fumbles the football, but he manages to recover his own fumble. Next play, Lenoris takes a deep shot to Nick Harbor. Bam! Right back in the football game. It's 14-17. Guys, what did we talk about? We had to take shots down the field. Guys, I thought, for the most part, is that you don't have consistency. That is the problem. Is that when you have a quarterback that is standing there scared out of his mind to take a shot down the field, that's essentially what happens. It's what happens. You force a punt, and you're like, all right, maybe we can get something out of it. You know what happens? Jalen Kilgore. Why is the reason why Jalen Kilgore is returning punts, by the way, is because Vakari Swain was hurt on this play. And I believe that was the first time they had punted all game. So Vakari Swain's hurt, and they got to punt the football. Opportunity for you to get off the field. You know what happens? Bam. Jalen Kilgore fumbles it. and Ole Miss falls on top of it. Backbreaker. Would have given you the football in good field and would have given your offense the football back with an opportunity to score, and you completely pissed it all away. But your defense stands tall, you force a 3 and out, and you force a field goal. So now it's still a one-possession game. You have an opportunity to get back into this. You know what you do? You go away from what was working for you. You'd have an incompletion to Nick Harbor for 11. Guys, Nick Harbor had 3 receptions on the game for 50-plus yards. I think maybe more, to be honest with you. I could be wrong, though. Nick Harbor had 3 receptions for 69 yards. One of them was a 47-yarder. Guys, he's going off, and you didn't go to him much. I want to see how many targets he had in this football game, because that's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. This is stupid decision-making. Really stupid. Pisses me off. Matt Fuller would run for 5. And they ruled it that, Matt Fuller fumbled the football, but no, he didn't. Lenoris would lose 3, but he would he'd fumble the football, and Matt Fuller would recover. You'd have a horrible throw from him trying to go to Rasul Faison because of the hurry. Guys, he took some hits today, man. I'll say that. But you force a 3 and out, and you get the football right back, only down 6. First play, Will Eccles has a sack, and you're already behind the sticks. You have a completion to Nick Harbor for 11, 3rd and 8, and you stand there, and Suntrain Perkins blows him up. He cannot stand in there and take sacks like that. You've got to move. You've got to move. Cannot wait for a play to get developed. You've got to move. He's not playing good football right now, guys. That's the bottom line. Doesn't help that your offense isn't giving him an opportunity. Come here, Gunner. Gunner. Come here, buddy. So mad right now. I just want to. I need my dog to comfort me. Oh, Trinidad Chambliss would throw to Daquan Wright for 24. Vakari Swain got hurt on this play. I thought Vakari Swain. Why was Vakari Swain not even on the field for special teams? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody please explain why that wasn't the case? Why Vakari Swain was not returning punts? Why was Jalen Kilgore back there? Trinidad Chambliss would throw to Caden Lee. Trinidad Chambliss would run for 3. Oh, by the way, they had a short field too, because of course they did. Because Mason Love, oh my God. Special teams was so bad today, bro. Trinidad Chambliss would run for 3. Keywan Lacey run for 2. So you force a field goal, you're still down 2 possessions. Hey, come here. Come here, Juju. Come here, man. This is our mascot for the voice of college football here at South Carolina. All right, come here. This is our mascot. You'd have a false start penalty on Trobaugh already. First play of the game. You got to be kidding me. You'd have a completion to Brian Rowe. Do we like him as our new... Hey, South Carolina fans, how we liking Gunner as our new head coach? What do you think, Gunner? You're not amused. I bet you if he hosted the show, y'all would have a lot more fun. Y'all like him more than y'all would like me. All right. You'd have a completion of Brian Rowe for 11. Rosal Faison would run for 8. Rosal Faison run for 4. Rosal Faison run for 4. Rosal Faison run for 4. It's first and 10. First play, Lenoris gets sacked. You have got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Am I right? Brian Rowe for 11 gets you a 3-yard. Gets you sets up at 3rd and manageable. Run for 7. Oh, you see Travis here, bro. Lenoris would run for 7 and get in the Ole Miss 33. Rosal Faison would run for 3. Lenoris would get blown up by Suntrain Perkins and Eccles and Daughtery again. Your offensive line is so garbage, dude. And it is ridiculous. By the way, Game 7 looks awesome. So I'm going to hurry up because I know you guys want to watch Game 7 too. Lenoris would have a throw over the middle to Brian Rowe. You got to go for it. And then it gets sacked by Deshaun Womack. Very first play right after that, Keywan Lacey, boom, touchdown. 3 plays later, you have a bad throw that's intercepted by Suntrain Perkins. And then 2 plays later, 2 drives later, you have another interception. Let's get to some of these comments. Let me be right back. Let's see Travis. Travis! Somebody's looking for you. Let's get to some of these comments, guys. Oh, my God. By the way, if you want your comment read for sure, make sure you send in your super chats, please, if you're watching us on YouTube. Wholesale changes are needed, according to John Edward. Yep. Cutter Woods, why not try it? Yep. Beamer's hot seat is scorching. Beamer and Shula got to go. Yeah. Shula for sure, man. You got to get rid of him, dude. It's been a disaster offensively. It's ridiculous, dude. And I think it's time that you make a change offensively. You got to make a change when it comes to quarterback. You got to make a change when it comes to offensive staff. All that you have got to get addressed throughout the bye week. But, guys, that's going to wrap it up for our post-game show today. Guys, the discussions we need to have. Remember when we were talking about these uncomfortable conversations 2 weeks ago? Those conversations are no longer uncomfortable. Those conversations are real in this community. But let me know what you guys think. Y'all have a great rest of the night. Thank you guys again so much for hopping on inside our post-game show. You guys are the best fans in the world. We will continue to bring you the best content with all things South Carolina football. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed. Don't stress. Y'all have a good rest.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.